Hi, Sue here. Joe and I live off-grid here on 100 acres in northern Ontario, Canada. We use solar power. You can see there's 4 panels across the front of our garage. And then we have another solar array here. Some sticky snow, some wet rainy snow, and it's stuck to them. The sun should come out here shortly and that will burn it off, melt it off. So we moved here 4.5 years ago. We purchased 100 acres of vacant forested land, and we cleared an area here. There was already a little bit of a meadow here, and we cleared it back further, dug out some stumps and removed trees, that type of thing, and we built the garage. We're living in the garage with loft right now. Hopefully next year, the plan is to start building our home, and that should have happened a couple years ago, but a lot of other things got in the way. We added chickens this year. That's our chicken coop here. The dog run there, we reused the dog run for the outside of the chicken coop. We have it sunk into the ground so nothing can dig underneath, and we have chicken wire on top so nothing can fly in from above. Lots of predators out here. And I have raised bed gardens. We added the greenhouse this year as well. We got a little garden shed and all the raised beds there. They're made out of, most of them are barn board, 4x8, and they're about 1 foot high, 1.5 foot high, depending on which one you're looking at. We find the raised beds work a lot better here. The ground isn't the greatest for growing in. It's pretty wet here. You can see all that grassy area back in the background there. That's all swampy wetness, and it floods every spring and will be underwater. We also have maple syrup operation that we started, I guess 3 years ago. Trilliummaplefarm is the name of our business, and Joe and I do some general contracting on the side as well. Joe's farm and residential services. It was mostly farm work that Joe was doing, but now moving up here, we're doing more cottage renovations, that type of thing. Look forward to getting more animals in the future. It would be nice to have a couple cows, pigs. Our chickens are phrase dual purpose, so they're for meat or laying. We started with 20 unsexed chicks that were day olds that we ordered back and picked up June 8th. And then a friend gave me the ducks, so I have a male duck and 2 females, a drake, and 2 females, so hopefully we'll incubate some of their eggs and get some more ducks as well for their eggs and for in the freezer. And the chickens, I will be also incubating some of their eggs in the spring, and the same thing, some of those hatched eggs will be meat birds for the freezer, and the other ones will be kept to replenish and refresh our laying hens. As they get older, they will stop laying, or they'll lay less eggs. We had 8 roosters out of the 20, so we're down to 1. The rest are in the freezer. These chickens are just 6 months old now. So Joe and I built the coop here. It's mostly red pine. We built the barns here ourselves as well. Somewhere to store our equipment since we are living in the garage right now. The garage is heated by an outside wood furnace with in-floor heat. Eventually, once everything's paid for, we plan on cutting out doing the contracting and just do the maple syrup and sell some firewood and try to be self-sufficient from the property. All right. Okay, so this is our outside wood furnace. We purchased this used for 800 bucks. It's a great deal. New ones would have cost about 8,000 or more. Not sure what the prices are now. So the firebox is basically surrounded by a water jacket. The fire heats the water and then circulates inside the building. So this is the damper. It's just a small chimney. This is the firebox. This is the firebox, and then around it there's water that's heated up and then circulated through the inside of the building. And I'll go inside and show you how that system works as well. This is the plumbing for the in-floor heat. So the back corner, you can see coming up here out of the floor, this is coming out of the stove. The water's coming up into the building here, and then it goes through the loops through the floor as needed, and then goes back outside again. It works great. I don't know all the particulars about it. There's like diaphragms and stuff here. All I know are the basics, that it pumps a loop from the outside stove inside, and then from there it pumps a loop through the floor and back again, and then back outside and as required. Oh, this is Ella. Hello, Ella. This is our solar system. The inside, we started out with these AGM batteries. A little system here, like all our battery tools in the way. So we have a 2000 watt, 24 volt inverter there. This is the charge controller that is from the 4 panels on the front of the building. And then it comes into this 24 volt lithium ion battery. So that new system we just added to it, and it's powering the freezers outside. It does quite well. It often has excess power, or it's charged up fully to 100%. Where the other system, which is these 2 charge controllers, this one does the 2 lighter colored panels that are on the ground mount, and this one does the 4. And then it goes into, one set goes into the top and one goes into the bottom, but they're all just wired directly into the inverter the same. And this is a 3000 watt pure sine wave inverter. So everything in the building is wired into this electrical breaker box, and then where you were on grid, this line would go out to the grid, where we have it set up where we can plug this into our inverter. And the same with this one, runs inside from the freezer shed and plugs into that inverter. Here's some of our maple syrup products. Still lots left to purchase. If you're interested, you can go on www.trilliummaplefarm.ca, and we can ship anywhere in the world. Shipping costs are extra, and unfortunately maple syrup is heavy, so shipping does cost a fair bit. Here Joe is using the backhoe attachment on the tractor to lift up a tree so that he can cut it easier with the chainsaw. Okay, so that's just a rundown of our basic setup here so far on our homestead. And if you want to look into things in more detail, please look through our other YouTube videos. We have some videos that go into more detail on our gardening, on our canning, on our maple syrup operation, and that type of thing. So please hit subscribe and follow along.